Hello! Welcome to my channel and my first video. I decided to create this channel and to talk about books and life here, and I decided to record my first video outside because it's sunny and yeah, it's also windy. But yeah, I thought that it would be nice to walk and to talk and to record my first video and to talk about books. So let's go. In my first video I would like to talk about perhaps authors, my most favorite writers, and about books that I read recently. So one of my favorite writers probably would be John Irving. I absolutely adore his humor, his crazy stories. I like to read about people that you don't often encounter in your life. They are crazy, they are funny, and yes, I read his A Widow for a Year. This was my first book that I ever read of him, and I also read The Cider House Rules. I also read A Prayer for Owen Minnie. Probably so far my favorite book would be A Widow for a Year. Maybe because it was his first book that I read, and I also was hooked by the story. I really enjoyed the story, the novel itself, and the characters also. Strong, powerful women. Yeah, I also have his the Hotel New Hampshire Hotel book, which I plan to read this year. Yeah, I'm looking forward. And my next favorite author is Julian Barnes, an English writer who writes about England and also writes about France, because he's known to be a great France lover. I have a great collection of his books actually, and so far I read his one story. God, I can't remember. Wait, wait. Before She Met Me. This was a crazy novel, but I love it. I also read his Arthur and George, which is about Conan Doyle. It's kind of novel that is based on true events, and I love his style, his British humor. His novels aren't very long; they are short but witty, and yeah, it's oh my God, there's a bike coming. Yeah, I do like. I'm very interested to read his Metroland and England. The books that I haven't, I don't have. And now let's talk about books that I read recently. The last book that I read was Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. It's a classic book, obviously. Well, it's a classic book, and I used to think that it would be... before I read it, I was kind of scared of it, because I thought that it would be one of the books, old classic books, boring classic book that moralizes a lot and teaches us how to behave in life, blah blah blah. But it was a great surprise to me that it's not boring. It contained even humor, And the story, I mean, I was interested in reading this story. Somehow I just think that I mean, the story is viewed differently right now. In difference from how it viewed before, like almost a century ago. I think now if the story happened right now, it would be totally different outcome and it wouldn't have that tragic ending. But what I disliked about Anna Karenina was I don't think Leo Tolstoy would be quite popular right now. If he was writing now, I don't think he would be popular because of his misogynistic views and his attitude, rude attitude towards women. So yeah, and that's it. And also I read this month A Covenant of Water by Abraham Varghese. Oh boy, yeah, I love this book. It was a big book, and it contained over 800 pages, and it covered 3 generations of a family, and it was based on this family and medicine, as Abraham Verghese, he is known to be a doctor, so medicine takes a great part in his books. So yeah, it was also interesting to read it. And actually it was my first book that events happened in India, and I was indulged into the Indian atmosphere, and I must admit that I adored it. It was a nice experience, a nice story itself, atmosphere, novel, and medicine. I know that some people are bothered with medical descriptions in the book, as they complain that there's lots of descriptions of surgeries, etc. But it never bothered me. I think that book is quite... Maybe when you read it, there are some parts that you don't like, but once you finish it, it feels cohesive. And yeah, overall, I loved it very much, and I would recommend it to everyone. And now I'm reading the book of Christopher Sansom. It's historical novel, historical detective, historical crime story, and the events are happening in the medieval England during the times when England and France were in the constant war. And yeah, it's also a nice series. I enjoyed, and this is my 5th book of the series. I already read I haven't read the 1st and 2nd, but I read the 3rd and 4th, and must admit that I enjoyed it very much, and I learned a lot about that period of time in England and partly in France also. So yeah, that's it. So this is my first video. I hope you will comment and put a like so that I could continue. Thank you. Bye.